Hi all, this is series 5 for the my series of the videos, and in this series we will discuss on the AWS VPC, and I will give a demo on that VPC pairing AWS Transit Gateway, that is including on the same regions and different region both. Two demos on that AWS Transit Gateway, and then we will discuss on the site-to-site VPN connection. And in the last, we will discuss on the VPC endpoint for the S3. So this is series 5 for the part 1 video, that is the introduction for the virtual private cloud, which we will discuss in this series. So total this series contains the 6 videos, and agenda for the discussion for this series is introduction. Then we will discuss on the VPC pairing, same region and cross region. So I will show you in diagram. You can see here in this diagram, we will use that VPC pairing in the same region. We will use the region US East 1, and we will use the two VPCs, VPC A and VPC V, and we will create this we will create that VPC pairing between the regions. And same, we will take the another region in that AWS cloud, like US West 1, and we will create a VPCX and VPCY, and we will take the pairing between the VPCX and VPCY. That is the same region pairing. And for the cross region, we will use the pairing for this cross region also. And in the cross region, we will use this cross region pairing we will do in the East 1 and US East 1 and US West 1. So we need to create this 6 pairing between that because we are using the 4 VPC, and there's a formula for calculating this thing. We will discuss detail in the POC section. And here we will create then different region POC pairing, like first one, this is different region, this one, first one, this is between the VPC A and VPC X. And again, we will use this this pairing. This is between the VPC N and VPC Y. And we will use this pairing. This is the difference. This is the between VPC B and VPC X. And we will use that pairing also, it will be happening in the VPC B and VPC Y. So all these things are called the cross region pairing. We will discuss the POC on the same VPC A and same zone. And you can say we are using two ability zone here, VPC East 1A, VPC US East 1B, and same in the other regions also, US West 1A and US West 1B. So detail we will discuss in this POC when we will do it. So second part we will done on this pairing thing, and third part we will discuss on the transit gateway. I have divided this part in this transit gateway things into two POCs, because VPC pairing I've covered in the same region and cross is in same one POC, but here I will do the same thing with transit gateway, and we use the two demos here. So first thing, we will create a three VPC in same region, and we will connect. In the next one, we will see connect two VPC in different region. So in the part 3, I will show you details here. In part 3, we will take the US East 1, and in US East 1 we will take the 3 VPC. One VPC A, second one VPC B, and next VPC C. And we will use the transit gateway here, and we'll do the pairing between the A, B, C using the transit gateway, right? This one. And you can see here we are using the two availability zone, like US East 1A for public subnet and private subnet US East 1B. Similarly, we are using in VPC 2 US East 1C and private US East 1D. And in VPCC, we will use the US East 1E and 1F. So we will see, we will create an instance here in this region, create an instance here. We will create one instance here and one instance here. We will create in the 3 instance in the POC, and we will using this transit gateway, we can see we can ping the private IP for this zone, and vice versa also, same thing. And for this region also, we will ping that private IP from here, and also from this place we will ping this private IP. So we will check all those things after creating the transit gateway. This is happening in the same one region, and one region we are using the Virginia US East one. But when we will use the transit gateway in the different region, so we will take the two regions here in the next one, connect two VPC in different region. So we will use the one US East 2 and US West 2. So here we will create a two again, one region we will create a two VPC over there. First VPC we will create a VPC East 1 and VPC East 2 and create a one instance here in this region. This VPC and one instance is here. That is in the US East 2, and similarly we will create a two instance over in this US West 2. In this one VPC we are using VPC West 1, and second region, second VPC will use the VPC West in different availability zone, and we'll create an instance over here. So here what we'll do, we will create a two transit gateway. One transit gateway we will create in this region US West, and one transit gateway we will create a US East. Here we will create a VPC attachment. This VPC attachment you can see here. So what VPC attachment will be attached with this VPC also and this VPC also. And this information will contain in here AWS transit gateway. And here we will use the router also, which is not in diagram. This router is called the AWS transit gateway router, where we will do the configuration overflow for that network. And same thing, we will create one here route table here. So after that, we need to create one pairing. This is a transit gateway pairing between the two transit gateway. So when we will do this pairing, this connection will establish. Now this IP from here is this instance, we can ping private IP for this instance, and from this place also we can ping this IP also, and also from this place we can ping this instance private IP also. And same thing happening with the other instances also, like here we can put same thing, and here we can access this IP also, and here we can access this IP also. And same thing happening with this instance and this instance also. So this is regarding that transit gateway, and here we will use the two use cases, and we will discuss detail in the POC sections, because this is very long POC, this transit gateway. We will discuss all those things over there. And this is our part 4. We will discuss on those things. And part 5 we will discuss on site-to-site VPN connection. So in this how we can connect our AWS VPC to the our on-premises things. So we don't have any here, I use any on-premises, but we actually I created one on-premises region. Actually in this POC, what we will do, we will use this Singapore AP Southeast 1. This is a region. And here I will create one VPC A, and availability zone we will create one public public instance over here. Public subnet will create one instance here, right? After creating this instance, we will create the routers, and we will use here virtual private gateway and customer gateway. So first time is clearing here also, you can see we will create another region, use the another region as it is act as a customer network. So what I will do here, we will create a virtually as a customer network. So for that, we will take one region, Virginia US East 1, and we will create another VPC here, VPC B, and use this availability zone US East 1A. And here we will create one instance over in this zone, and we will install our private OpenSwan. OpenSwan, this is a software, and this is used for the VPN purpose. And this installation of OpenSwan on this instance, it will act as a VPN. So we will use here VPN as a software. So it will work as a customer network here. So here we will create one customer gateway over there, and we will give the public IP for this server. for accessing on that customer gateway. So overall, virtually it will work as a customer network over there. And once this customer gateway is created and virtual private gateway is created in this region, we will create a VPN connection and we will create a tunnels over there. Tunnels and we will use, I will show you in POC how to create a tunnel. This tunnel will grow dedicated to particular this flow. And we after creating this tunnel, we can access directly to the this server IP, private IP from this instance. And after this server also can access the private IP for this instance. So we will check all those things in the POC when we will do this POC. And in the last, we will discuss on the VPC endpoint, and we will take example of the S3. Multiple endpoints are available for the VPC, but in this POC we will cover only the S3. So what we will do here, you can see here we will take one region, US East 1, and create one VPC S3, and we will use the two availability zone, US East 1 for the public subnet and US East 1B for the private subnet, right? And we will, this is a name for this our subnet. We will keep in the POC. We will take the same name over here, and we will create one instance over here. This is in public instance and one in the private instance. So I will show you this. This we will create one S3 bucket over there, and this S3 bucket will directly access from this public public subnet. So what will happen? Actually, S3 is working on the public access through. So we will going to the public network and we will go and access over this, because this is a public subnet and it is this instance is a public IP, right? But you can see this instance is in a private subnet, and this instance contain only the private IP. So private IP only. So for the private IP, we will go and check directly with this S3 instance, which is not possible, because privately we cannot access to the S3 backend, because this instance doesn't have any public IP. So what we will do, we will use the VPC endpoint for S3, and we will do configure to the this subnet to the S3 using the VPC endpoint. After connectivity, when we will create this connectivity, then again when we will check the system from here to try to access to this bucket, and that time we will able to access it, because using this VPC endpoint of S3, it privately we can go and access. This IP still doesn't contain that public IP and not exposed to the everyone, but due to this endpoint exposed, we can go privately and access this bucket. So we will use here CLI command for accessing the S3, and we will run some command like AWS S3 ls. This it will provide the list of the all the buckets in that S3 bucket which we have configured. And so I will show you all those things in the demo, and I will show how to configure this endpoint here, right? So this VPC endpoint for S3 is the last one for this demo for this series, and we will cover this 6 parts in this demo, and mainly cover VPC peering, target gateway, site to site, and endpoint of for S3. So this is the introduction part only. If you like this video, please go to the other video also, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. So we will go and we will meet you in the second part. I will show you here second part. Yeah, this is VPC pairing for same region and cross region. So we will cover in the next POC. This is the part 2 for series 5. So thanks for watching. We'll meet you in the next video.